Welcome to the 2011-2012 Draft Annual Plan.
This is something new and different for us, so we really appreciate you taking the time to watch and join us and engage online.
Over the next few minutes, we will be taking you through some of the highlights of this year's plan. A lot of people ask, what is the Draft Annual Plan? It starts with the Community Plan. This is a 10-year plan adopted in 2009. 2011-2012 is year 3 of this plan.
This year's draft plan details the services that we provide and any changes from the community plan. Sometimes there's simple changes, like inflation. Other times it's a change to the service that we provide to you.
In the late 19th century, our harbour buzzed with the commodity boom. Lately, activity has again picked up in the harbour, with improvements including the walking and cycling track and other landscaping. Harbour works in the annual plan are different to the community plan. A steampunk-style destination playground will be built and coastal protection works deferred. The way we pay for these works will also change. We will use more reserves and less borrowing.
Council operates a roading network of 1,817 kilometres. That includes both sealed and unsealed roads. Some people would like to see us seal more of these roads, but the Council has cut the program to seal unsubsidised roads. The New Zealand Transport Agency has cut subsidy funding in other areas as well, and Council has cut our budget to match. Still though, roading remains our largest area of expenditure.
Even though there are no scheduled flights, the airport is still a busy place with recreational users, chartered flights and training.
When the Waitaki Guardians were first introduced to our streets, they were funded by the Ministry of Justice. Since then, funding cuts have meant that last year the Oamaru business rate contributed. We're in a similar situation this year, and in future we'll have to ask big questions, like how much do we value this community service and how are we willing to pay for it?
Emergency management. This includes civil defence and rural fire. A new civil defence building was going to be built. This has been deferred as studies show this is not required.
The Forest Gallery. This year we're considering removing the budget for the purchase of new works. Instead, they'll be funded from the sale of existing works. Council has also approved $15,000 to help progress the Forest Gallery redevelopment project that has been deferred in the past because of a lack of funding.
The Oamaru Opera House is a place for functions and conferences. It is also a cultural hub for the district. As the Oamaru Opera House is a new facility, some of the actual costs differ from those projected.
There'll be some changes to libraries this year, including some new services. Shared service agreements will allow us to provide services at lower costs, such as e-books. We'll also provide internet as well as books off the shelf, app libraries here in Oamaru and branch libraries.
The North Otago Museum that maintains culture and heritage and also tells the story of our district. The museum also provides professional liaison across other museums in the district. The $8.5 million museum library redevelopment is being deferred and will be reconsidered next year.
The Oamaru Public Gardens are one of Oamaru's most prominent attractions, and they take a lot of care and attention. Last year, some bidders made a difference here. After petitions, Council included a project to provide power to the gardens and make even more events possible.
Council provides and maintains 18 sports grounds covering 62 hectares and 21 playgrounds across the district.
The Waitaki Aquatic Centre expects to have over 140,000 visitors next year. That makes it one of our largest community services. It's also a prime example of how we use a mix of fees and rates to fund some of our community services.
You could be forgiven for thinking water is free, but it takes a lot to get from here to here. Cheers.
The Council operates 23 different water supplies. The Oamaru Town Supply was upgraded in 2007 and now provides some of the best water in the country with an AA grade rating. The Ministry of Health has mandated that we need to upgrade the rest of our water supplies. This year we'll be spending $8.8 million upgrading supplies in Herbert and Wainakirua, Kakanui, Kurau and in Marama. Water is one of our most expensive activities, coming in second behind roading.
Even though Council no longer provides a service here at the curbside, we still have a significant role to play in waste management. Council still operates a network of 5 transfer stations across the district, rural recycling drop-offs and 2 landfills, one in Palmerston and one here in Oamaru. We are proposing to reduce hours at the Palmerston, Hampden, Kurau, Otamatata and Omarama transfer stations. We will focus on just the busiest periods. This will save approximately $60,000. Council also has to look after 13 closed landfills across the district. We also support waste minimisation activities. This year, Council provided $290,000 of support to the Waitaki Resource Recovery Trust and is proposing to contribute the same amount for the 2011-2012 year. When it comes to paying rates, the amount you pay may vary dependent on your property, the services you receive, where in the district you are, and many other factors.
You see, we all pay the same amount of universal annual general charge. It's the same for every property, but water rates are different. I may pay more on my property
than I do on mine. The amount you pay may also vary dependent on your property's capital value. I have a house on my property.
And I won't pay those specific rates because my property is bare land. So while the draft proposes a 4.55% increase across the district, what will happen to your individual rates will vary. They may go up by more, and some may even go down a little. That's why we're providing more detailed rates comparisons to every ratepayer in the district. When they're available in early April, you'll also be able to see them online and build a better picture of your individual situation and what you'll be paying next year. Thank you for watching.
If you've still got questions, why not ask them on our online discussion forum board?
As well as being a great place to ask questions, the website is also a place for you to make your submission. Just go to www.waitaki.govt.nz and follow the links from the front page.